Good morning, Flosstubers. My name is Rebecca, and this is take number 4. um, I am very nervous, but I decided to just go for it and make my own Flosstube video. I've been watching you all be very creative and funny and enabling um, over the last few weeks, and I think I kind of knew in the back of my mind that I was going to make a video of my own, but I didn't think it would be quite this soon. I'm not really good at this sort of thing. It's a little out of my comfort zone. So this morning I had a few minutes to sit down and stitch, and I just decided to, you know, throw together my current WIPS and just kind of go for it. And if I didn't like it, then, I don't have to actually upload it to YouTube. I can just delete it and forget it ever happened. So, here goes nothing. Okay, I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. I feel like my glasses are causing a glare, but I need them to see because I'm blind as a bat. My name is Rebecca, and I will be turning 40 next month, and let's see, I've been stitching on and off since 96, so I guess 20 years, with big gaps in the middle because I've got 3 kids, and so my stitching has come in stages. I was introduced to this wonderful hobby that we share by a lovely woman who has moved away from the area since, but she and I were very good friends, and actually I worked with her husband, and that's how we were introduced. Anyway, she took me to a needle workshop that was in this area, and I'd never been to a needle workshop before, and it was, walked in the door and it was like, oh, it was like a kid in the candy store. And of course, I immediately decided, pardon me, that this is something I needed to get into. And so I pretty much made a beeline for the memorabilia rack because that's what really caught my eye. And I picked the Winter Queen and got it all kitted up and worked furiously on it for 2 or 3 weeks. And then in her voluminous skirt, there was a lot of white, and I made a mistake, and then I made another mistake. And I don't know why I didn't ask my friend to maybe help me straighten it out and find out what was going on. I don't know. Maybe I was a little bit embarrassed. I don't know. But I had a good bit of her done, and I kind of just scrapped it because I got so frustrated. And I kind of regret doing that now, but, if nothing else, I should have just set it to the side and, maybe come back to it later. But that didn't stop me from stitching. I just picked something else, and, that's kind of how I got going. So, yes, so that's how I got into cross-stitching. I also have been trying to learn how to knit, and I'm still doing scarves, and I think I'm going to do a couple more scarves, and then I'll be hopefully ready to get into sock making. So it's all, baby steps. So, unfortunately, we don't have a local needle workshop anymore in this area, and I would have to drive at least 2 or 3 hours to get to one. I haven't made that trip yet, but I really need to. I mean, it's fun shopping online, but it's really nice to be able to, go in and fondle the linen, and, you guys know. Anyhow, I live in, I don't know if I said, in Northeast Alabama, in the U.S., And I live here with my fiance and my baby girl who just turned 1 year old. And I also have two sons. I have a 10-year-old and a 13-year-old, who, by the way, gave me lots of tips about recording for YouTube because, well, my 10-year-old, he has a YouTube channel, and so he was very insightful about, Mom, you should do this, and you shouldn't do that, and, if you get, negative comments, you just need to take it with a grain of salt, and, and if you can't, then you shouldn't be doing this, and so, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of cute. They were really encouraging and trying to cheer me on. Anyway, that's a little bit about me. I'm sure that I will share more as the videos, continue, if they continue. I counted my WIPS. I have a little notebook in which I write everything from, the date that I started and finished, and it's just my little notes. And I counted it, counted all my WIPS, and I have 36 WIPS. I won't be sharing all of them today. That's probably going to be over the course of a few videos. What I will be talking about today are the WIPS that I have pulled out to work on, for the next little bit. I'm not very good at doing rotations, so I've decided to just pull some out a couple weeks ago and just kind of work on those until I get bored, and then I'll put them away and get out different ones. And we'll see how that works. With the exception, there's one, my second oldest WIP, there's, which I'll be showing. I want to finish that one this year, and it's a big one. It's a Mirabilia. And then I'm also doing and a forest grew. Is that right? Yeah. And I would like to stitch one tree a day on that. That's my goal. But other than that, I'm really kind of keeping it easy going and loose, because I find if I set too many rules for myself that I end up getting kind of anxious, and this is all about having fun. So yeah. Where to start? I guess I should start with my oldest WIP, and this one I've been stitching on and off on this one for, I started in 2006, so 10 years, and it's about time that I finished. And it is the Rose Sampler by Butternut Road. And here is what the whole thing is supposed to look like. And you'll see right here in the border are roses, and I don't know if the camera can really pick that up, but there is a lot of variation in the colors of the roses, and I think there are 4 or 5 different colors, and it takes me, I'm not a very fast stitcher, but it takes me, I've got a little, that's bothering me, it takes me about an hour per rose, and had I known that these roses would take forever to stitch, I probably would have stitched a different border, because in the chart she gives an alternate border, so I probably would have stitched that. So that's what has kind of hung me up, but this is what I've gotten done in 10 years. Let's see, I'm sorry, my work isn't ironed because, like I said, this was kind of an impromptu video. I didn't think that I would be filming today. So I've got most of the big lettering done, and that is done in, let's see, what is that? It's a Corona. Oh, I don't have it with me. Oh, my threads are in there. But it's done with a an over-dyed floss. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, I loved working with that, and I really like these kind of, this particular script. And here are the roses. And the roses, like I said, one rose and the greenery takes about an hour. So, I don't know. I need to get back to this and finish it because I think it will be very pretty when it's done. And I bought this as a kit, and this is, I think, 32 count, like Lugana. It's just like an even weave. So, um, yeah, I need to get that done because that's, 10 years is too long for a WIP, in my opinion, anyway, for me. Next, this is the one that I want to finish this year because, like I said, I have a daughter that's 1 year old, and we're still kind of getting her nursery fixed the way we want it to be in the end. And I would really like to give this to her to hang in a room. Oh, I don't. Can I do it without the glare? This is Waiting on Ships. And I just fell in love when I saw it. I fell in love with the tail. And teal is my favorite color, so this was right up my alley. This mermaid, and I have 3 more mermaids kitted up to start stitching. I've got Shimmering Mermaid, the Queen Mermaid, and Deepest Love, I think. But I would be crazy to start another Mirabilia right now. And again, I'm sorry, it's not ironed. But, and I did some test beading up here. I'm not going to do the rest of the beads until she's all stitched. But, I just wanted to see what it would look like. And this is like I don't know if this is 32 count or 28 count. I think this was just some linen I had laying around. I don't really, and I looked in my notebook and it doesn't say, so I'm not sure. And if I had to stitch this one over again, I would stitch on an over-dyed fabric for sure. Pardon me, my nose is itching. I don't know if something's blooming. That's kind of got me aggravated. I don't know. So I'm really trying to push very hard to get that mermaid finished before the end of the year. Let's see. What else do I have? I guess I can go ahead and do this. This is and a 4 screw. And I love the verse in the Tree of Life there in the center. And this is going to be so beautiful, I think, when it's finished. And I want to hang this in my living room. And I don't have very much of it done. 2 trees and a couple of birds. So there are a gazillion trees in this one, so I definitely want to maybe stitch one a day. I think that's a reasonable goal, don't you? Okay, what else? Oh, speaking of kids, I mentioned that I also had a 10-year-old son, and I think that it might be time to finish his birth sampler. This is, well, just his birth sampler. Anyway, I can't show you the pattern. I have this came in, it's from the Good Housewife. I guess that's how you say it. But it came in a, like a pattern pack. It was almost like a book. I don't know. Some of you probably remember that. It's been several years ago. But there were like 7 or 8 patterns in there. And this was one of them. And I can't show you the pictures in my stitching room, but so I only have the pattern in here. It says, one night as old St. Peter slept, he left the door of heaven ajar, when through a little angel crept and came down with a falling star. And anyway, I wanted to start a birth sampler for my daughter, but I couldn't in good conscience start a birth sampler for her if I hadn't finished the one for the middle child. And my oldest child, he's already got his, and it's hanging up. But that's what I've got done so far. And this is on 36 count Vintage Light Exemplar. And it is, I'm stitching it with needlepoint silks, and these are the colors. There we go. I love working with silk. I don't get to all that often because I am on a budget. But when I do, I really enjoy it. Okay, next is, and I was going to document the dates that I had started these, but, and they're in my notebook, but for the purposes of the video, I've got the notebook, you know, unless you guys want to know, and you can just ask me, but I don't know how that would really, I don't know how relevant that would be. And some of it, on some of these projects, they've been lingering so long, it would probably be kind of embarrassing for me to tell you guys how long they've been languishing in a drawer. This right here is the Needleworker. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Pardon me. It's My Needles Work from Little House Needleworks. And this was what I was stitching on this morning. That's why there's a needle right there. I'm trying to get this one finished up. And I really don't know how I'm going to finish that one. I don't know that I'm going to frame it. I might make like a little pillow, or I don't know. Vanna from the Twisted Stitcher. And she's like my idol. I wish she would adopt me. I love her to death. But I might watch one of her tutorials and do like a flat fold or something like that. She makes everything look so easy. If you guys haven't, everybody knows Vanna, right? But if you have not, if you have not checked out Vanna's blog or her Flosstube videos, do that. It's the Twisted Stitcher, and she is amazing. Anyway, so this is what it's supposed to look like. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I love working on this one so far. It is the Sally Spencer sampler by my daughter, actually. She got that. She's starting to, she pulls up on things and, you know, she crawls around, and she got into my cross-stitch chair, and she tore my chart, but it's okay. There we go. That's what that's supposed to look like. And I haven't done a whole lot, but I've done enough to where I know I'm going to love it. And this, I love this fabric, and I'll have to look up what that is. So, just one second. This is a fairly recent start, so... Oh, okay. It's a 32 count Silk Weaver Solo. I was on a kick for a long time. I would wait, because I think they would post it on like Thursdays, what their solos were for the week or something. And I would go crazy. I would go nuts. The next one is one that I would like to have done by Christmas, but because it's a gift for my fiance, Brian. But we'll see. I'm not, if it's Valentine's Day, that would also be okay. I just, you know, whatever. Whatever. What, he gets it when he gets it, right? It is My Beloved by Plum Street Samplers. I'm my beloved's, and he is mine. And I'm stitching this on 32 count Palomino by Lakeside Linens, and there it's 1/2, and I haven't done a whole lot on that either. And I don't know if it'll pick that up, but there's a back-stitched border there on the sides and on the bottom, and I'm really not looking forward to that. I love this chart, and I think it'll be beautiful when it's finished, but I really don't like back stitching, so having to do a back stitch border on 3 sides, not very excited about that. So yeah, but the silver lining is I get to stitch with my favorite silk, with Belsoir. So, oh, that looks kind of ratty. Sorry, but so that's how they look on here. It's beautiful. So I think that's what's gonna keep me interested is the silk. Okay. Next is Moon Garden by Blackbird Designs. And I really, when I saw this, I loved the pastel colors on the dark background. So, I went in my stash. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to look at my notes here. Because I don't remember what exactly it is. I'm sorry. There it is, Moonlit Garden. It is a 32 count. That's not right. It says 32 count willow green. That's not right. There's a mistake in my notes. I don't know. If any of you guys know what fabric this is, I don't know. I guess I could look in my stash because I think I've still got some of this. Anyway, I just love how the light colors kind of play off the dark background. I think it'll be really pretty. And I think this is 36 count. It's not 32 count. Because I've stitched on this recently and it's definitely 36 count. So I don't know why that I would have written that in the in my little notebook. But it's there. But it's not true. It's a lie. Because it's not 32 count willow green. Okay, the next thing that I am stitching, and this I started a long time ago, but it's for my boys to hang in their room. It's Constellation Draco, and it's a dragon, and all the white that you see is done in like a luminescent thread, and it actually glows in the dark. And this is another Silk Weaver Solo. I think it's 32 count, and this is what I've gotten done so far. And we've already tested it, and yes, it does glow in the dark. And so they're very excited. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can hear my daughter. I don't know if you guys can hear her, but I put on Winnie the Pooh for her. Her favorite shows are Winnie the Pooh, and she loves the movie Home with the little alien and the girl. Anyway, but I don't know, her brothers might be in there aggravating her. So there may be trouble afoot. Okay, the next thing that I'd like to show you is Nerium Brocklehurst. And there she is. It's a reproduction sampler. Got it from the Scarlet Letter as a kit. No, I'm sorry, I just got the chart. I added everything myself. And I just love this geometric band right here. Just love it, love it, love it. And I think that I'm about halfway done. And this is a 32 count fabric, and I actually dyed this myself. I don't remember which blog I saw this on, but someone, it may have been Nicole from Nicole's Needlework. I don't know. I don't remember. But this was several years ago. But no, I'm not quite halfway done. What am I talking about? I need stronger glasses. Anyway, I saw that someone was dyeing their own fabric with like Rit dye, and so I went to a big box store and I bought dye and went through my stash and got linen, and I quite like how it turned out. So it's kind of a, it's almost, I don't know if I can get the, yeah, that's a pretty accurate color right there. Anyway, I just love this sampler. And it's so soft. I love it. So I need to dye some more and maybe get, I did a few colors, but they all turned out kind of neutral, and I need to just kind of go nuts because I've got all kinds of colors. So anyway, this is going quicker than I thought it would. I should have pulled out more WIPS, but this is what I'm currently working on. So, and when I get bored of working on these, then I'll get some more out. This is a start. I started this over the weekend because I need another Mirabilia. I've got so many of her charts, and I know I won't get to them all, but somebody said the other day about, who was that? I think it was Bella Stitch. Anyway, she said it was from Long Dog. She was talking about Long Dog, and she said that she might not get to them all, but she can start them all or something. I don't know. It may not have been her. I'm sorry. It all kind of runs together after a while. But this is Guardian Angel by Mirabilia. And I just love that. Love it, love it, love it. And the girls, the skirts. And this is, I don't know if you can tell, if you can see the house. But this is somewhere I would live, you know. It just, I don't know. It's just very comforting. And but I really got a very small start because as soon as I started stitching it, I got my fabric all measured out. I'll show you what I've got. There, that's it. This tiny little start. The tip of her wing. Oh, and I've decided that on this one I am not going to stitch the border. I'm just going to stitch the angel and the house and the two girls and this. So just I'm going to omit that whole border. I just think, I don't know, I think it'll look better that way. Anyway, back to my story. I got my place measured where I needed to start, and I got a few rows in, and then my husband put in a movie, London Has Fallen, and it was very good. And I decided, being that I was just stitching white and it was a brand new project and all that, that I didn't want to mess this up, and so I decided to watch the movie because it was very, you know, edge of your seat kind of action and stuff. So I had to just put away my stitching. And then, you know, once I get further into it, it's fine. I mean, I can stitch and watch TV, but not when it's something really good. And that movie was really good. So if you like action, check it out. And we watched another one. It was The Criminal. And that one was really good too. Anyway, that's it. The only other thing that I have to show you is, uh-oh, yeah, I need to make this quick. We've got crying babies. Is that I, up until this weekend, I did not own any Needleminders, and I always admired other people's Needleminders. And I said, that doesn't seem too hard to make yourself. So I went to Hobby Lobby, and I got some pins and things, and some magnets, and I broke out the hot glue gun, and pa-dow! I made 3. I made this one, and it is like a butterfly, and I don't know, this looks kind of like a moth, I don't know, but it's like a butterfly on a butterfly, and it is actually metal, so I didn't actually need to glue the magnet down, but I did anyway, just for a little bit of, just a dab. But this was supposed to be like a pendant, and you know, but I'm not going to use it as a pendant. I'm going to use it as a needleminder. So I love that one. And then Brian picked out this one, the sparkly, the glam girl cameo. I don't know if that's more what it looks like. Anyway, love that. Although I'm not really a flashy kind of person, but I really like that. And then he picked this one out because, you know, he was trying to be romantic and sweet, but he picked it out. It's from Peter Pan. It says, you know that place between sleep and awake where you can still remember dreaming? That's where I'll always love you. That's where I'll be waiting. And I think, I don't know, if you're maybe supposed to make this into a belt buckle or something. I don't know. And it's kind of domed right there, but that's okay. Anyway, and he said he wanted me to put that on my fabric while I was stitching, and, you know, he's sweet like that. Well, that's it. On another video, perhaps I will share more WIPs and maybe some of my stash and maybe some finished projects. There's one over there. And there's another one over there. But I'm not going to show that right now. I'm going to go and make sure that my children are still alive and well. And, okay, so I guess that's it. I don't know how regularly I'm going to be posting. I don't know. This may be the only time. I don't know. What if I can't get it to upload? I'm not very computer literate, so I don't know. Maybe you'll see me. Maybe you won't. But I just want to say that I am very inspired by all of you guys that I have watched. And it's really wonderful to see that this hobby of ours is still going strong and that there are new people being drawn to it all the time. Because some of the people that I've watched videos on, you know, some of them have been stitching for 20, 30 years, and some people say, hey, you know, I've been stitching, like, this year isn't like my first year, so, but yeah, and you guys are all very creative and very warm, and this seems like a very friendly community, and I haven't heard anything bad or negative or anybody, you know, backbiting, and I love that about us stitchers. You know, we're lovers, not fighters. So, you know, I'm going to stop babbling and go check on my kids. So, until next time, have a good week. Bye.